And you don't seem to understand. A shame you seemed an honest man.
Yo, my name is Hannah, and typically I am traveling in my van, but lately I've been home because I came home for the holidays. I'm taking a little break from the road to recoup and get some stuff done that needs to be done before I travel again. So I get back on the road at the end of February, and there's a few projects I really wanted to build for the van. Now, first and foremost, I have always had a great intimidation by the idea of carpentry and power tools, which definitely stems from my intense affliction to anything I'm not innately good at. But I'm a very creative person. I like most creative hobbies and activities. And if I learned how to do this, I would open so many creative doors and avenues for myself. And I definitely like the idea of that. And also, honestly, it makes me a little angry when I don't know how to do something. And also, I feel intimidated by learning how to do it. I am the eldest daughter. I want to be completely self-sufficient and I don't want to ask for help. And another thing that I love to say is that if you want something done right and you want something done your way, you probably just need to do it yourself. So we are going to work on 2 projects for the van before I hit the road. The first one is going to be a bookshelf or storage shelf that will go in between the bed and the sink counter. The reason I want this built is because A, I don't have a bookshelf or anything like that in the van for storage. B, the mattress of the bed always slides onto the sink countertop because it's slightly too big for the frame. So every time I do my dishes, every time I wash my face, that corner of the bed is getting wet. And also it's just taking up space on the countertop. I don't want to see my mattress on my countertop. So if I build this shelf, there will be opposing force keeping it propped up on the side against the doors, and it'll create a barrier there to where it just wouldn't get wet from the sink. So beautiful. The next project I want to do is to raise the countertop / bench in my van with lift top table brackets so that the top will come out and over and I can use the inside as storage without having to take everything off the top to do that. Because if I had like a toy chest type opening, everything I usually keep on that countertop, I'd have to move every single time I went in there, and practically I just would not really use it because I would hate doing that. I keep all this food and water on there all the time, and I keep like a light up on there all the time. I just would hate it. Now, unfortunately, it is kind of annoying because I don't have like a lot of space in the van and it has to lift out towards me, but it's fine. It'll do the purpose I want, which is to give me more storage for all my creative and crafty items. I got this power drill for Christmas. I have enrolled myself in YouTube University, and I think we are ready to go to Home Depot and make this real, to get a real start. So let's go. Okay, here's my cute little Home Depot montage. I actually got these L-shaped brackets for cheaper because they rang up for not what the price tag said. So booyah. And then this is me painting in my field, which was dumb because it was windy and dead grass kept blowing into the paint, unfortunately. So I had to keep picking little things of grass out of it and then repainting over the areas I had to pick. Nonetheless, it all got painted. Okay, we're going to do a practice round because I've never really built anything ever. This is very new to me. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, trying to open up a new avenue of creativity, and I want to be able to build things for my van to make it more practical for me. I've been watching this awesome like butch lesbian carpentry TikTok channel called 2 Girls 1 Cut. Pretty sure these are the screws that she recommended getting for joining pieces of wood together. And I know you need to use the pilot bit when drilling into wood. So we are just gonna give it a go. Let's make a practice hole. I don't really have a clamp, so I'm just gonna push this up against the counter. Okay, right off the bat, I don't think that's right. Okay, the one that was flat at the top didn't really work. This one's a little bit more pointed. So we're gonna try this one, see if this one will penetrate. I think this drill is like too beginner. Like, it won't go through. Okay, so basically these bits that came with my drill just suck because I switched it out for one of my dad's and it worked just fine to pilot the hole. So now we're gonna try to screw in a screw. Okay, we've been using a really skinny one to do the pilot holes. This one is bigger. I didn't realize the screws come with a bit of their own. We cracked our test board, so maybe if I drill a bigger pilot hole, we can avoid that. This is all trial and error. I've literally never built anything.
I know a lot of things, but I don't know about that.
Wrong way.
I'm not sure why.
Okay. Now let's put this bit in that it gave me. How do I make this not happen? I don't know. I don't know how to make it not happen. New technique. We have one screw in that cracked, which allows me to do this right now. Oh, and it didn't crack. And it didn't crack. And it didn't crack. And it didn't crack. Okay, so maybe it was because I was doing it from down here and it's really hard to hold the drill like that. Kind of just want to put my actual shit together now. But maybe I need to try it one more time. Try it one more time over here and see if it cracks or not. No cracks! I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to try it on my own actual painted wood. Oh, I'm nervous. I mean, I've only had 2 successful attempts, but let's do it. No crack. No crack. And I'll tighten them with a screwdriver a little bit at the very end so that they're flush. Oh my god, I built that. I screwed that together. I'm not even playing it up for the video. Like, you don't understand how much self-gratification that just gave me. Okay, so now we're gonna flip it around. Do the same thing on this side. Okay, guys. Oh my gosh, our first structure we've ever built. Now we have to put these top pieces on. We did it. She is not the prettiest girl in school, but she's mine, and I made it. And then I have this piece of scrap that I'm gonna use to make the shelves, so I have the lines traced out for that. Whoever the girl was that measured for this originally, I don't know who she is, because this is like 2 inches too long. And I spent all the time building this. I spent all the money on the lumber for this. I spent all the time painting this. We are just gonna adhere it as is. And also, I didn't even film me trying to adhere that because it would have been bleep, 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 bleep over and over and over and again, because trying to find a way to get it to adhere to this little piece of trim around the side with this sink in the way. And also, I realized I didn't even paint all of the side. So yeah, we're gonna do some touch-ups. I got my little paint right here. Also, if you can see, I had to nail into this or screw into this frame right here, because all of this being attached at the bottom wasn't enough for the bed not to push this forward. And the whole reason I even built this was because I wanted to stop the bed from pushing onto the counter all the time. I try to keep it, the mattress is just barely too big for this bed, so I try to keep it folded up on that side, like in the corner, but it always ends up getting shifted towards over here where the counter is. This should be sturdy enough. I mean, I pushed the bed where it should go and it's not pushing it towards me or anything, so I think we're good. Okay, these are the brackets for the lift top part. Okay, got a little carried away and I already went ahead and attached 3 sides, and I left one side open so it would be easy for me to do the rest of it. Fuck. Well, gotta return these. Okay, so I have to return these because they did fit. Oh my gosh. They did fit when folded down, but do you see how much force I have to put on these to close it? My countertop is not heavy enough to keep this down. It will continue to pop back up. So I bought a different kind of bracket than the hydraulic one, and I have to stop by UPS and return these. Okay, so the ones I bought instead are these that were originally spring-loaded, but I took the spring off because, once again, I don't think my countertop is going to be heavy enough to keep it from springing back up. It's like a 1/2 inch thick piece of plywood. I've already done one side to kind of see how it would lay. I was in work mode. I could not stop and grab the camera. So this is one side done.
Well, this is what it looks like.
Okay, now I'm doing the other side. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of made it ugly, but it's my first time building shit ever. So give me a break. It doesn't need to be perfect. But the screws were definitely too long for the wood. As you can see here, they've all popped out the sides. This side doesn't really matter because you won't see it. It'll be like up against a wall. But this side, you definitely would be seeing it. So I have some like putty. Maybe I can just kind of putty over the bits. This one isn't even as bad as the other side, thankfully. So maybe I can just put some putty over these and paint over it and call it a day. Anyways, time to put the countertop on it. For some reason, this one's like way looser, like watch. But this one like, doesn't do that. I don't know how to tighten these though, because they're not like screws. They're almost like grommets. It's not focusing on it. Now I can use this pencil and get up under it and mark it. So I found these like tiny screws. I don't want them to poke through because it's a bigger deal if it's through the countertop. And I can't drill down. I have to be like super careful. Ooh! I think I need to weigh this down. All right, one side is done. Okay. Okay. So basically, it's gonna sit on top of the countertop I already have. And it's gonna lift up like that. Screws definitely need tightened on this side, but I'm gonna tighten those screws and then we're gonna put this in the van. Well, once again, our beginner skills have proven we cannot measure correctly, but as I keep saying, good enough, it'll work. Here's what I mean. Honestly, I did push this over more because The counter is scraping the wall. You can already see the damage it's done. I don't really know how to fix that. And this is kind of slid over a little bit. All right, I have an extension cord and a sander, and I've never used this, but it says palm sander. This is the palm of my hand. The one button. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm gonna try to sand this side down. Okay, it still scrapes, but it's a lot gentler, and yeah, I think it's as good as it's gonna get. I've sanded it like a shit ton. Whatever. Okay, so I have some of these L brackets that I'm gonna use inside here, which now that I put the countertop on, it's gonna be kind of difficult, but I'll make it work. It's fine. Our sunlight is dwindling, so I'm gonna try to adhere this quickly. Woodshop is fucking hard. There's so many things you have to think about. Woodshop is like baking is to cooking. I have to like contort my body to even make this possible. And the whole time I'm worrying, did I scoot the wood over? I don't think so. I think we're good. Obviously, this is not going to be like Notre Dame. This is my first building projects ever. Giving myself grace, giving myself grace, giving myself grace. And awesome, my drill just died. So I'm gonna plug it into this extension cord. God, are you freaking kidding me? God. Okay, well, to be continued. It's a new day, drill is charged. We're gonna finally finish this project. I also lost my microphone, so if the quality of the audio sucks now, sorry. It's like this big. I'm probably never gonna find it. Alright, as you can see, we have it all mounted. Now it's not gonna move at all. Now I just have to paint over the screws and all the smudges from my dirty hands yesterday. This is the putty I have to cover the nails sticking out. This is also the putty I use just to like hold everything in place while I drive. Ta-da! It is all painted up, and we stuck the putty on the nails and painted over the putty so nothing gets scratched or snagged on that. And it looks, I don't know, like it still looks bad because now there's putty that is stuck to it, and it's painted over like lumps of putty, but in my opinion it looks better than nails sticking out the side, and it's not a safety and destruction hazard anymore. But wow, like I made that. I said I was gonna make it, and I made it. I genuinely am so proud. Like I'm right in the sun. I learned so much from making many mistakes, and really all you need is a drill and a dream. Maybe I'm gonna get into building, because now I keep thinking, what else can I build? My shelf that I built, and my countertop.
Ladies.
It takes a lot longer than you think it's going to take to put shit together, even if it's just like a box, you know. Ooh, still kind of wet. Yo, finished product reveal time and tutorial. Woo! Here we are opening up, testing to see if everything stays on while we open and close it. This is the big reveal, guys. Dude, we passed the open test with flying colors, but here's the close test. And yeah, we kind of nailed it. Yes! Also, I just realized the fish light being there will cover the scratches on the wall from where this scrapes it. The day we are ready to organize all of our stuff.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So here's a haul. This is stuff I bought for myself to prepare for taking off in the van again, and stuff I also got for Christmas. So, quick haul. First, we have this running vest with a 2-liter water bottle pouch in the back. I got this off Amazon for myself recently. It's got a ton of pockets on the front, so I don't have to carry a bag. Kind of looks like a life jacket when you put it on, but I hate carrying stuff, so...
Oh.
I got some microfiber quick drying towels to take on hikes, to take in Planet Fitness. Yeah, not much to say there. I finally bought one of these water dispensers to put in my big 6-gallon jug I have. This would be nice when you're just like stationary and you just want to fill up a water bottle. This is a foldable bucket. This is going to be good for my USB powered shower head. And also for if I need to give Olive a bath because she is stinky. Always stinky. Next is a very important item. We use the bag toilet system in the van, so this will be very helpful. Instant mashed potatoes, of course. This is a car emergency bag, just has kind of everything you could need in it. Sewing kit, first aid, chapstick, tampons, all that good stuff. Gorilla duct tape, the best duct tape. Instant curry. This is a purple gingham tablecloth that I got for Christmas. So it matches like the curtains of the van and like the theme. Very cutesy. I'm super excited about this. This is my mocha pot, and the whole time I've been in the van I've used a pour over coffee maker and it just stopped working eventually. Like I think it got too many grounds like in between the mesh over time and it just really started sucking. So this hopefully is so much better, and also I got some espresso for it. I've never tried this before, but I've heard this is the best shit ever, so excited to move up in the world to more luxurious things. Snow Strippers air freshener from the Snow Stripper store. Okay, I got this for Christmas and it's kind of hard to see what it is. I haven't even unwrapped it, but apparently it's like a spatula mixed with a spoon type situation. We love a 2-in-1, 3-in-1 when it comes to van life. Lighter I found while cleaning my room. Rechargeable solar lantern. This is one that like pops up like that. Super cute. I want to get a lot more of these. I think they're cute. I also found this while cleaning my room. Just a tiny sharp like fruit cutting knife. Pink Pony Club wine cork. This is actually going to be so helpful because my van is so old. It doesn't have a tire pressure monitoring system. I got this for Christmas, so we're going to put that on before we go. I lost 3 out of 4 tires the last time we were in the van, so these are pretty much a brand new fresh set. I'm expecting to lose one because when one goes, they kind of all go. But hey, I might get a little bit of a warning this time with this.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah.
These are collapsible pet bowls. So we have Olive's food and water and like a Gorilla Grip food bowl, but we can't drive around with the water in it. We can drive around with the food in it because it doesn't move, but obviously the water will splash around everywhere and we're like, damn, we're wasting so much water just every time we have to take off again, pouring it out. So this, we can just put her water in here, close the lid, and then put it back in her bowl whenever we're stationary again. Bamboo floor mat. This is for when we have our pop-up shower set up. And then I just have like a lot of instant ramen type things. Also, I'm not gonna drag it into my room, but I got a new camping table with like underneath kitchen storage. Put like a picture right here of what it's supposed to look like. And I got a cast iron skillet with a lid, but it's not as giant as a Dutch oven. We're gonna get all this organized in the van now. Ooh, the clock is ticking. Ah.
One thing I desperately needed to do for a long time was wash and dry these. I honestly don't know if I've ever stain treated them or washed them before. Actually, I did once because I'll peed on the passenger side once. Eek! And then I have to put all the accessories back on them.
Have the double cushion because I am a shorty and it's hard for me to drive without them. And it makes it more comfortable on long drives too.
That is all stuff that does not need to be in here. Just random junk that can be put away inside. I got new bins at the Dollar Tree.
And we're gonna replace the broken bins. So, looks messy, but we're doing a transfer here. I've engineered this to make a more sturdy and long-lasting shape in these. Now this is the one we really needed to replace, because that.
Okay, by this stage in the video, I've fully gone nonverbal. So what I'm doing here is I am taking these Dollar Tree drawer organizers I got and organizing the inside of the cabinet space I built underneath my counter. And then up here, I organized all my dry goods storage. This is where I keep all my food. And then here's like a glimpse of how I organize the inside. I have like extra kitchen stuff in here and craft supplies. A big chore I had to do before I left was touch up my roots while I still had a nice functioning bathroom on my hands. This is a scary glimpse of what it looks like before I toned it.
Apologies for my abrupt ending in this video, but your girl had to lock in, truly. If I'm being 100% honest, the first half of this video, my van build projects, that was supposed to be its own standalone video. And then the van preparation stuff was supposed to be its own video. I had this entire list of stuff to do, and I was going to film all of it, and it was going to be this awesome, like, preparing for van life, preparing for hitting the road again video. But at one point, the camera turned off and then just never back on again because I really was down to the wire. It was chaotic. I had to go into ADHD tunnel vision, no bathroom breaks, no meals, staying up till 3 a.m. And if you watched my last video, you know that I had to push back my departure date by an extra day because, well, the closet clean out and laundry and cleaning my room, that whole day, yeah, it took up the entire day. And then the day before we left, as you saw earlier in this video, I did end up having to replace that fourth and final tire that was holding on. So yeah, the van was sitting for just about the entire 2 months I was home because I drive the smaller family car that's like better on gas and like easier to drive around everywhere. So anyways, I got like all my fluids replaced and I got new shocks on my van. I was like, well, I should probably drive this around a little bit before we hit the road just in case. And sure enough, yeah, my tire was separated. So I had to go to Walmart and like wait around forever for them to put a new tire on. But yeah, I gave myself the extra day. And even though it was still like chaotic and like down to the wire, I did manage to get everything done. And we were able to hit the road only 1 day later than planned, which wasn't a big deal at all. And yeah, if there's a will, there's a way. I've been in the van for just about a month or longer now. And I didn't forget anything. I was very prepared. I was very organized. The van was clean. The only thing I forgot was my entire necklace collection, but there are more important things you could have left behind, so can't complain. Anyways, that is everything I filmed to prepare for getting on the road and living in this van again. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.